Good morning, coffee beans. It's Tuesday. That means tacos for everybody, right? Oh, man. What a night. What a night. Whew. What a night. What a night. Guys, if you didn't watch Dave's stream last night, do yourselves a favor. After the stream this morning, go over and check it out. I'm telling you, it was a humdinger, as they say. A humdinger. 100% a humdinger. All right, so getting into it says, you look tired. Mind you look tired all the time, and that hair sure doesn't help. That can't be the look you're going for. And the lady says, the coffee has no filter. You know, there's nothing worse. There's absolutely nothing worse, to me anyway, is when you make a pot of coffee, right? And I got the old man coffee style. I got, Mr. Coffee, the old reliable. That's what I use to make my coffee every morning. So, you put your filter in there. You put your 3 scoops in there, just like, Raisin Bran. You got to put the 3 scoops right up in there, right? So you put the 3 scoops in there of the coffee of your choice. My weapon of choice every morning is Community Breakfast Blend. Great coffee. If you never had Community Coffee, if you have access to Community Coffee at your local big box retailer, I suggest you get you a package, give it a little try. If you don't have access to it at your local retailer, they do sell it on the Amazon. You can go to the Amazon and get it. I am not sponsored by Community Coffee. However, I would not turn down a sponsorship from Community Coffee because, like I say, it is. And here's the thing. When I go to away, travel every now and then, which is not too often. But these days when I do it, I do the bed, what they go, Airbnbs. Yeah, Airbnbs, that's what they call them. And these places all have the little Keurig machines and stuff, so you can make you some coffee while you're there. And I was so glad to find that Community Coffee have the little pods. You just put in there. So I still have my coffee. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. Some of these places you go and you order a cup of coffee, it comes out, it's like, I don't know, it's like stump water. It ain't worth a damn. I just can't stand it. Good Lord. Coffee doesn't work that well for you. Well, Dan 240p, I think you're probably a little bit higher strung individual. So you're probably one of those energy drinkers, right? Like Maggot. And a few others I see out there on the Twitters, they posting how I'm drinking this flavor Monster today, or this whatever. Or if you're like Brick's over there drinking that cocaine energy drink that's got like 9,000 grams of caffeine in it or some nonsense. I can't do those things. I've tried those caffeine in those drinks like that. They tear my stomach up, man. I can't do it. I just can't do that stuff. So, yeah, man. Anyway, main line of Red Bull. Yeah. Oh, get you some wings, man. Red Bull, get you some wings. So I wanted to cover some, let's see here. How do I want to do this here? Okay. Let's do this here, like this here, because I want to get right into the biggin today, but then we'll go on to some other stuff. We'll have some palate cleansing after the fact, because this guy we're talking about today, he ain't worth 2 squirts of panther piss. All right, so here we go. So, but before we dive into this idiot, this oatmeal for brains that we're going to talk about today, I want to do something wholesome. Okay, I want to do something, a little palate cleansing to kind of help us to ingest what we're fixing to have to go through. And I think this video that we're fixing to watch, it's a father and a daughter, and the dad is helping the daughter to learn something new. As a father should, there's You know, as a parent, you know, when your child wants to learn new things, new activities, things like that, as a father, you're supposed to help guide them, to encourage them to, you know, to let them do it, be it riding a bike or say skateboarding or anything like that, right? It's your responsibility. You know, remember back in the day when my boys want to start learning how to ride a bicycle. It was something, you know, me and their mom both worked on with them. But anyway, so this is a father and daughter out. The daughter's trying to learn how to skateboard, and the father's here trying to help her learn how to do, I guess, I don't know what this, I guess a little jump, a little alley. So.
Oh, that was good. Now, if you do it like that, that's it. That's it.
Look at there, she nailed it, and she nailed it. She did it. Good for her.
Yeah, Jerry.
Look at that. Yes. Oh, look at there. She's got her little war room. Boom. Good for her. And that's what a father should do, right? That's a cool dad. Exactly, Juan. That is a cool dad. 100% a cool dad. Now, the only thing that I will, she should have probably had on some sort of head protection, you know, something like that to protect her little noodle. Because, you know, I know he was there to catch her and all that, right? That's cool. But, you know, if the father would have, you know, if she would have slipped through his, you know, hands or whatever, she could have cracked her head. So that's the only thing. Is probably should have maybe had a little bit of head protection on there. But other than that, you know, cool dude, cool father, and good on him. Good on him for spending time with his daughter, and good on him for doing that. So, all right, let's talk about MadManMizzy. Have any of you guys ever heard of MadManMizzy? Anyone? Well, let me tell you a little about MadManMizzy. Okay, MadManMizzy is a Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, just idiot. He's an idiot. There's no way to put it. He's just a blithering idiot from the UK. So what happened is this guy here, this is the madman. This is Mizzy, right? He's tough. He's real tough. He's a, you know, I don't know. He's just a bad boy, right? So the police are looking for him, right? They started looking for him. Why? And I'll tell you why they're looking for him is because, these stinking ads. So what he would do is they would be out walking around filming video, you know, stuff like that. Cause he's a prankster, TikToker or content creator. Right. And so what he would do is he would walk around, and he would just walk into people's homes. He would just randomly walk into people's homes. And one of the videos that he did, you see this here, he actually stole a woman's doggo from a park, right? Now, he did later return it to her, right? Okay, fine. But he stole the lady's dog, right? So what the hell? So he, these damn ads, I swear to God. But anyway, so the police over there in London, were looking for him and after him. Let's see here. This is a video that, he made and put out prior to turning himself in, and he's claiming that he's going to go on to Piers Morgan. So let's listen to this this Einstein here.
Lads, I need to go to the station to hand myself in. I'm going at 9:30. My solicitor called me. Have to try to get this sorted out as soon as possible. We've got Piers Morgan at 8 o'clock tomorrow, so hopefully we get this banged out as soon as possible. I have to go court in the morning. It's all mad. Free up Mizzy. If you want to continue sharing my videos, let me know. I'm going to add you all to a group chat, and then I'm going to post all my videos on one thing, and you man just share them everywhere. Lads.
So, you know, he's fixing to go turn himself into law enforcement. I guess good on him, whatever, right? They're going to just turn around and let him right back out again, right? Because that's why it is. I mean, the stuff that he's doing is non-violent, right? So, you know, whatever. So I see this here. So let's see what this clip shares for us. Why are they playing this song? Lord Jesus, take the wheel. All right. They're acting like he's going away to prison for 20 years. You nitwits. I'm going to just shoot straight with you here. If this guy had been doing this kind of shit in the U.S., he probably would be dead right now. Let's just be quite honest about it. In the U.S., you're not going to just randomly start walking into people's homes. And if I remember correctly, when he broke into these people's homes, if I think I found this because I read the article here, and I don't want to misrepresent what happened. Let's say other clips. He was seen ripping pages out of library books, harassing women on trains and in parks, riding an e-bike through a supermarket. He stole the dog from the woman. What else did he did? I'm pretty sure one of the ones he walked in, he asked them if they wanted to die. So he basically walked in, asked if they wanted to die. In this day and age, you know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah, he said, so this guy said, he told the Independent, he said he could care less if people love or hate him. It's all about engagement and views for him, right? That's all he cares about. So he doesn't care. He's going to do, and that's the problem, right? Did he have a meetup in a store? He very well could have, bring on. I don't know. But this guy's he's a complete total moron. He says while he does usually have regrets over his videos, he doesn't feel sympathy or remorse, and added he would do it again. So based on that, this guy's is a psychopath. He has no. Says here, there's former policeman Mark Williamson Thomas has since questioned why the guy has not been prosecuted for his alarming actions. There's enough evidence now for the Met Police to arrest the vile and idiotic TikToker YouTuber Mizzy, whose real name I guess is Bakari Agaro, for at least criminal damage and assault. And the thing about it is every bit of this stuff is documented. Every bit of this stupidity that this idiocy that this guy has done, he's documented it. He's 100%. He's documented it, so it's all there. He's literally caught in 4K. What this guy's? Let's see what else do we have out here on this guy. That was that. So Charlie, most critical, he did a video on this guy, right?
I know I'm fashionably late to this topic, very tardy to the party. You've all seen the prankster who's gone viral for walking into a stranger's home, but I feel like a lot of you probably don't know that that wasn't an isolated incident for that guy. He's been around for quite some time, doing things just as bad, if not worse, than that prank, and I just kind of want to go through like a little montage of his worst moments and deliver a TED talk on why he's an insufferable asshole and just make fun of him. So let's start with his magnum opus, the video he's most proud of, the one that garnered the most attention online. This is where he and his friends invade a random family's home for their prank.
Get into random houses, let's go.
James, come to the front door right now, please.
James,
James.
you man come.
Hello, James.
We need to speak to James.
James.
So these dweebs just barge into a random family's home, like when the nematodes charge the Krusty Krab, but they're not looking for food, they're looking for clout. It's an epic joke, just going into a complete stranger's house and scaring the wife and the father while the kids are also home.
Yeah, that's great. Just again, like I said, if this had been in the States, right, the dude would be on a slab in a morgue right now. Nope. But over in the UK, people can't have guns. They can't have any way to protect themselves, right? That's just not a thing. You can't just shoot people over there, even in self-defense, right? You're expected to call law enforcement and let law enforcement deal with it. Okay, fine, right? All right, no problem. So you have to wait for law enforcement to show up. But in the meantime, this guy is I just don't. I cannot. And then I guarantee you there won't jack dilly squat happen to this dude. Okay, maybe he'll be assessed some sort of fine or something to that nature, and that'll be the extent of it. That'll be it. And he'll continue doing exactly what he's doing. He's a public nuisance. You know, guys like this that do these stupid ass pranks and stuff. Okay, you know, we've talked about some of these guys, right? There was a guy, the kid. He's like he was like 18, 19. He's not a kid. He's a young adult, 18, 19 years old, whatever it was. Was harassing this delivery driver. One of these I don't remember what agency it was before, but one of those dudes where they go pick up the food and take it back to the person, you know, like Uber Eats or DoorDash or one of those type things, right? He went to a mall because evidently the restaurant or whatever that had been ordered from was in the mall, and this guy was harassing him and harassing him and harassing him. And to the point where the guy got fed up with it and was telling him, leave me alone. Go. I've got, he's working. It's just an average dude trying to make a living. He's out here trying to eke out a living, trying to provide for himself, maybe as a family. I don't know. Right. But he's just a working stiff out here trying to do it. And you have these insufferable assholes out here. They think it's funny. So we're going to put on a camera and we're going to our 15 minutes of fame and we're going to harass some innocent bystander that's just out here trying to do their fucking job. And what happens? He finally got fed up with it and he shot the guy. And then the father of the young man that got shot, he came out here making these videos like, I don't understand why it was just a harmless little prank. He's sitting there harassing the guy to the point where all he's trying to do is do his job. Listen, if these assholes want to do these type of pranks and stuff, fine. Then you know what? Get some of your friends and do the jackass route and just prank each other. Just prank each other. Isolate yourselves. Encapsulate just yourselves. Leave the innocent people the fuck alone. You oatmeal for brained idiots. But let's continue on with Charlie's video here.
Is this
And the kids, let's don't forget, this family was home. They've got small children in the home, and this asshole just
where the study group is?
No. What door number is this?
Study group.
straight up, if I was that father, straight up, I would have just started pounding this fucker's skull into the back of his head. So they're just walking around, and he sits down in the couch like, and putting his feet up.
You know where the study group is?
Kids, man.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought this was the study group. I actually thought. And this is the study group.
God, the smugness when he puts his legs up on their table had me
Yes.
fuming.
Yes.
Obviously, they got very lucky here that James didn't come out with that baseball bat ready. Like, there was just a
But that's just it. He can't. He's in the UK. They can't. In the UK, you cannot defend yourself in any way like that, or you will suffer the full brunt of the law as well. There is no self-defense. That's not a thing for them over there.
chance James was trained in the ancient Bushido arts and charged them with a samurai sword to protect his family, and he would have been totally within his right to defend them. As every
Morally, ethically, in the States, 100%, Charlie, but here's the problem. They're in the UK. They can't, dude. That's the problem. I agree. Morally, that father had every right to do whatever he felt necessary to protect his family. If it had been my house and I had 3 jackasses come in there, motherfuckers would have been eating lead real fucking fast. Just because as fast as I could have squeezed the fucking trigger, there would have been lead going down range. Period. No if, no ands, no fucking buts.
everyone in the world pointed out this couldn't happen in America. This prank would happen one time and never again because it'd be just a fucking pile of corpses.
Exactly.
Just breaking into a random person's
Exactly.
house is asking for a disaster.
Exactly.
It's the stupidest prank I think I've ever seen try and become a trend. And make no mistake, this wasn't a one-off thing. They've actually done this a couple times. I'll show you one of their other home invasion pranks.
Into random houses.
It blows my fucking mind, the balls on these idiots. And look here, we got a little fucking kid. Did you see that shit? Now here's the thing, I haven't even watched this video from Charlie yet. I'd seen it out there, but I hadn't watched it, right? So I didn't know how fucking bad this really was. Did you see that shit, guys? Look at here. There's babies, literal babies in this house. All this makes my blood pressure just fucking go through the roof. And they run out giggling. Braying like a bunch of fucking
talk to the
braying like a bunch of fucking jackasses. Jesus.
family. They just giggled like school children finding out their crush likes them and ran away. Now the main douchebag's name is Mizzy, and Mizzy has quite literally grown up with social media and has been a professional loser ever since. And I say that about an actual child. Like, he started getting arrested at 11 years old for this kind of dog shit, and he has never let off the gas because...
Okay, so Mizzy, in the article, he's 18 years old now. So according to Charlie here, he was like 11 years old when he started this shit, was first getting arrested for this shit. That's 7 years. In 7 years, he's being arrested, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say several times, right? At least twice that we know of. One had just happened, and then this one that Charlie mentions. That's twice, and they've done nothing. He hasn't been deterred. He's only escalated. It's because that's the thing, right? This chase for clout, this hunger and drive that they have, right? It's like a drug for them, right? It's a narcotic. And so they keep one-upping and keep going more and more extreme, getting more and more extreme reactions because they want more and more views.
They're not getting punished for it in the UK at all. For example, he recently got arrested for a series of videos where he just assaults Orthodox Jews. That was...
So he's over creating... So he's been arrested... Okay, so now we got 3 times. So now he's been arrested for assaulting Orthodox Jews, right? So now that, I don't know if that's, I think they have hate crimes, right? If I'm not, did I not see, there was this whole thing about Count Dankula that went through a whole court proceeding and shit because he trained his I think it's now his wife, but at the time it was like his girlfriend or fiance's little pug dog, right? To do the little Heil Hitler, right, thing, right? Didn't he? And he fucking he had to go through court trials and shit, right? This fuck stick here, nothing. He's assaulting people. He's breaking and entering. And they're doing nothing? Seriously? Seriously, you can't do nothing? Motherfuckers.
Was the content just publicly assaulting them? And he got arrested and pretty much immediately released. Ah, yes, the timeless classic prank of assault. That's as old as time itself. We've been giggling about assault for years now, so I have no doubt the police gave him a stern talking to really set him on the straight and narrow. I would love to see footage of the arrest and the conversation they would have had. I guarantee the authorities are like, hey, listen, champ, can you not do that? All right, great. Then he goes home and the next day his prank is breaking into random people's houses. The police throw their arms up like, oh, Jiminy Christmas, this was unforeseeable. Now enough of this foolishness, we're serious, don't do it again. How could this possibly be happening? We've done all we could to stop this and prevent further awful pranks and...
Pickleton says, Count Dankula was my red pill moment. Mr. Stipe says, you can use reasonable force to protect yourself or others if a crime is taking place inside your home. This includes using an object as a weapon, stop an intruder running off. UK law. Okay. Well, Mrs. Stripes, I will take your word for it if you know, but my understanding, which is just a thimble, nothing really, right? I just know that they really are, in the UK, they don't want the private citizens handling or dealing with any type of situations like that. They really would prefer that, you know, they let the law enforcement deal with it and stuff. So anyway, Charlie goes on for another like 9 minutes or so in this video, but you probably buys the kids McDonald's, exactly. But they're not kids. That's just it. They're not kids. These guys are grown adults. They're like 18 years old, right? So they're I don't know what UK law is as far as when is the actual age of like what they consider them an adult. I know here in the States it's 18. You're considered an adult. You're no longer a juvenile. But even in some cases, even a 16 or 17-year-old can be tried as an adult. I mean, there's been cases where, you know, the crimes are so heinous that they say, no, you're being tried as an adult. And that's just the end of it. If you want to know more about this, whatever, go check out Charlie's video on it. Watch it. There's others out there that has done videos on this idiot as well. Bottom line, I just, that's the, not quite the same as the U.S. People do get off more easily, and you're probably right. They're not fond of people handling it themselves. Yeah. Well, here's the thing too, right? In the States, law enforcement would rather, you know, law enforcement handle it themselves, right? Versus the private citizen, right? That goes without saying, but they're also realistic in that, you know, if you're in your house, whatever, someone comes in on you, what have you, if you've got the means by which to defend yourself, you are the first line of defense for your family, period. Right. And, and the thing, Charlie was when he said that in the opening part of his video, if this stuff was going on here in the States, it would be a very short-lived prank because, if he went into someone's home here in the States, he would be leaving out in a body bag. And And the thing of it is, the sad thing of it is this kid's just this. Well, I say he's not a kid, right? Mentally, he may be a kid, right? Mentally, he may still be a child for all I know. But physically, he's an adult. And the sad thing of it is as I'm sure this person has got family and friends, right? He's definitely got some friends because they're right in there with him doing all this crazy ass stuff. And you know, and here's the thing, right? There's not to say that there's not people in the UK that don't have guns. They do, right? But they use them for like shooting pheasants or bird hunting, or they will just go out and do target practice, like shooting, clay pigeons and things like that, right? They don't have this. It's not like here in the States where, you go into any home here in the States, any random home, and they could have several shotguns, rifles, pistols, you name it, right? And especially like here in the South where I'm at, most homes have an arsenal, right? Because it's just part of our culture for hunting. I mean, they're hunting and recreational shooting. It's something that's ingrained in our culture. And I don't know. My thoughts on this is I hope that this idiot can stop, because eventually they're going to go into somebody's home that is going to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit whatever. And they're going to wind up either they themselves being hurt badly or even worse, or somebody in that home is going to be hurt. In either scenario, it's not good. It's not a good scenario. I can't imagine just randomly walking into a home with there being literal babies in the home and just walk around and just think that that's a good idea. I don't know. It blows my damn mind. It just blows my damn mind. All right. So enough of that. Let's go into some other stuff. Let's do some palate cleansing. Cause I hope that this last time, I hope that there's some actual serious charges filed against the dude. I hope there's some teeth in it. He gets either some bite to it, and hopefully he goes to spend some time in jail. He needs to spend some time in jail to understand and realize there are consequences to bad, stupid decisions. They need to implement the fuck around and find out skill over there in the UK is what they need to do. So, what's up, maggot? You're raising your hand saying stop. Please. What's going on? Base people, I guess. All right, so let's talk about some other stuff. Let's go into some other stuff. All right, here we go. So, not too long ago, we showed, and I don't know if this is the same dude or not, but anyway, there's this guy who's created this bicycle, and he said the wheels are shaped like roulox. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see how you say this. Let's see if I can figure out how to see here. What is this? Here we go.
Between an equilateral and a rouleau triangle.
Rouleau. Okay. Rouleau. So it's a rouleau triangle. Okay. So anyway, so a bike wheel shaped like a rouleau triangle, the simplest and best known curve of constant width other than the circle. And so this is a picture of it. It does not look like this would be very comfortable to ride. Does it to you guys? I don't think so. Let's see.
Suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
Oh, hang on here. Why are we sucking my own butthole? Appreciate you, man. Have a great day. Thank you, Pickleton. I appreciate it. I don't know why that's not showing up on top. I worked on that yesterday and it started showing up, but then anyway, I'm sorry, Pickleton. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, buddy. So let's see what this guy, it's just, anyway. So look at this. See how it bounces? I don't see how that could be comfortable to ride, honestly. But he's staying pretty stable. I mean, it's not, engineers, man. Some of these things that these engineers come up with and stuff, it blows my mind. It literally blows my ever loving mind. I would not have thought that, of course, I know he had a suspension system in the back, right? That kind of bounced or whatever to as a shock absorption, but still, it was just, okay, whatever. Looks rough. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Stripes. It looks rough. Oh man. All right. So this next one here, I got to keep it's got music. And so I'm already going to have problems today, I think. But anyway, nonetheless. So this is a car. You see the plate here. It's down in Texas. Yeah, exactly. Some of the things these engineers can come up with they have such beautiful minds for mathematics and stuff. It's just, it amazes me. So anyway, this guy you remember that old show, MTV Pimp My Ride, right? Remember that show with, I think it was, who was it that did that show? Who was it that, was it, hang on here. Who hosted Pimp My Ride? Yeah, Xbit, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if this is a pimp, but this guy's car is something else. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I mean, it's wild, man. It is wild. You see this thing coming a mile away, could you not? It's in Houston, Texas. Look at these wings coming off the back of this thing, man. Holy crap. Something tells me this is not very aerodynamic and probably really chews up the gas. What do you think? It looks, I think it's an old, I think this is a Cadillac. It's a Cadillac. I'm pretty sure. I'm not a car guy, so I don't know. That's just wild. Yeah, because there's the what you call it, the thing on the hood emblem or whatever, and that's a Cadillac, I'm pretty sure, emblem there. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I don't know. Whatever. It's so ugly. JD with a Y says it's ugly. That's an ugly car. I don't think it's ugly. I wouldn't want to ride around with it. I'll say that. So. Okay, what's this? Houston man is going viral on social media for swinging in traffic. This is another one. I guarantee it's got music and stuff. I see. Yeah. Okay. That's just. So listen. So there's music playing here. What? Okay. See, this is another one of these ones that's gonna get my blood pressure up. Okay. First of all, this guy or this person, I don't know if it's a guy or not, but whoever, this person has these. I don't know what the hell you call these things on the hubcap, sticking way out here, right? Just daring people to come in here on their shit. Why? What the? They're all over the road. What the? No. No, this is, no. No. This idiot needs to be locked up. There's so many moving violations here. It's not even funny. No. Exactly, hey, K-Huck. Oh, hell no. No. Purple up in here just trying to get my pressure up this morning. Purple just up in here trying to get my pressure up in here this morning. She's trying to kill me. I think Purple is trying to make me have a stroke on stream. Good Lord. Purple. Yes, you, Purple. Purple in here trying to make me have a stroke right here on stream, trying to make me famous the wrong way. I can see it now. See it now. Old man has stroke on stream while caused by his number one girl Friday. It's feeding him videos and stuff that just makes him have an aneurysm. Oh, me. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, Lord. All right. Ray Stevens. Ray Stevens' son. Let me get that in there. 58 years old, passed away suddenly. I was like, Purple had this out there in the docket this morning. I was looking at this and like, oh, Ray Stevens. And it didn't ring no bells with me. So I went out and looked it up to try to get a little more information on him. And he started in films like The Punisher, Warzone, King Arthur. He was also in the Thor films. He was also in a show called Rome on HBO. And he was also in the upcoming series that's going to be, I think, on Disney Plus called Ahsoka. He died Sunday. He was in Italy. 58 years. They have no cause of death on him yet. He was born in Northern Ireland. But anyway, that's see, hang on here. In 2010, he played in action movies like The Book of Eli. That's a good movie. If you've never seen The Book of Eli, that is a really good movie. G.I. Joe Retaliation. The Three Musketeers. That was in franchises like Marvel's Thor, Lionsgate, Divergent, Adaptation, the second Marvel Outgoing. Stevenson played as Asgardian hero, Volstagg, one of the warriors. Three who were allies to Chris Hemsworth's Thor. He appeared in the first three Thor movies before being struck down by Kate Blanchett's villain, Hela, whatever, in Thor Ragnarok. So, yeah. Anyway, he's one of those actors, I guess, that did quite a bit. But I didn't. So I remember him now. They start talking about. So yeah, I remember those characters that he played, but I did not know. I just didn't know the name. I just didn't, So anyway, I hope. Anyway, well, sympathies to his family and friends, and I guess thank you for the great movies and stuff that you left us to remember you by, sir. Much thanks to you. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. All right, so let's talk about some content. Let's talk about things to go check out. What do you say? All right. Let's see. What do we want to talk about? Who do we want to shout out today? So this stream yesterday, it's only got 889 views. Guys, seriously, go check out this video from yesterday with Dave. It was there was some it was just it was kind of a little, I don't know, how do you put this? It was a little tense at times. There was a little bit of, back and forth, whatever. Xylee was on there. Blossom was on there. Blossom's partner, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember her name. She Blossom was the more vocal of the two, but they have a podcast called "I'm Right, You're Wrong." Anyway, they had some drama with these other two creators, Dustin Daly and Rick. Was that his name? No, Nick. I don't know something. I didn't know any of them. I didn't know any of this. This is from the like beauty and what do you call that? Makeup and beauty scene. I don't know if they still call them, I don't know, T channels or what, but it was that type of stuff. So Nick Snyder, is that it? Thank you, Ellis. I really didn't know. I watched videos. I watched videos yesterday on all this stuff, and it was like, it just really was, it boiled down to some difference of opinions about things or whatever. I guess K-Huck, I don't know. I'm sure there's probably look, it's like, I'll tell you what I said. I really didn't give, I didn't know any of these people. I didn't know any of these people. I watch stuff that is way out of stuff that I normally I just don't watch because it's just not of any interest to me. Shocker, I don't do makeup, right? Even when I back in the day when I used to, every once in a while would, like Halloween, go to the Halloween parties, whatever, I'd go in drag or whatever. Even then I didn't do it. My wife had to do it. I don't know any of that mess. I don't know what you do, how you do it. I mean, I just did it as a kind of a gag or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just having some fun. And, it's deep lore. It was, this goes back for like years and years and years and years and years. I even went and watched the original video that I guess sparked all of this or whatever, which was this channel. What was in, hang on here. I'll make sure I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's see here. Where's my history at? Let me find that channel. Cause I'm serious. I was just like, where is it at? Where is it at? Did it not save it? It may not have saved it. Looks like it didn't. Maybe it didn't save it. That's weird because I watched the entire thing, was just like, oh God, help me, Jesus. Oh, here it is. It's about a channel by the name of Tea Time. I did not like some of the things that they said. I'll be honest with you, some of the stuff I heard them say, I found to be very offensive. I found it to be very, very offensive to me. But you know what? That's me, right? They can say whatever they want to say. It's one of those deals where, just because someone says something doesn't mean I have to agree with what they say. They have a right to say it. And I just have a right to say, well, I don't agree with that. And I found it offensive. So there you go. Anyway, I'll be honest with you. I've been enjoying this little series that Ruin Leon has been doing here lately. He's been covering, let me pull this up on screen. There was an incident where there was a nurse who had worked a 12-hour shift. The story is, I've been following it just because I've been watching Ruin Leon cover it, right? And I think he's been doing a really good job of covering this. I know, Ruin, he's a little bit larger creator or whatever. But anyway, he's been covering this, right? And the TLDR on this was there was a woman who was a nurse. She was, or she is pregnant. She had got off work after like a 12-hour shift, and she'd went outside the hospital. I think this was in New York, and they had like these racks of these e-bikes or whatever, right? So she had went in there, and this is where there was some disparage or discrepancies. She says she rented this e-bike. There was some other gentleman there that there was another gentleman there. Anyway, he said that no, that he had rented it, and they got into this argument and this back and forth, what have you. And so of course the other person in this dispute was a young black man. And so you've had all the I call them race baiters. I'll just put it that way. They immediately come out and made this about race. They immediately made this about the young man being black, rather than it just simply being a dispute over who rented the bike, right? So you had people like, what was his name? Tizzy? Is that his? I hate this dude. Wrong word. I don't hate him, but I don't like how he race baits. He's a huge race baiter. And he's also like a really big doxer. The pastor, no, let me see if I can find him real quick. Hang on here. Yeah, here we go. Let me just get this here. This is the guy I'm talking about, guys. This guy this Tizzy Int or whatever his name is here. Like his pinned tweet here. It's anyway. But he was talking about, let's see, where is it at here? Okay. He's been going on about this, whatever. The thing of it is this woman who went through this deal here, right? She has now obtained an attorney. Does the guy in the video make it about race? The video that was put out, to my knowledge, no, I don't believe he ever. Yeah, Papa Gut had drama with him. Yeah, this guy is just like a, like I said, he is a race baiter. And he does videos to get outrage and stuff, right? That's why I don't, whatever. And the only reason why is because I was looking a little into this stuff because, like I said, because like I say, Leon's been, covering this, Leon's been covering this. So it piqued my interest. And so I've been watching it, whatever. I haven't covered, I haven't done anything into it, right? Because I feel like there's lots of other guys out there that are doing really good jobs, Leon being one of them, covering this story. They don't need me to come in and weigh in on this either. So whatever. So I would encourage you to go back and check Leon's, this is his live channel. He's going to be doing live, but he's got, let me go over here to, let me go to actually Run Leon. On here. Run Leon. Yeah. If you go to his actual main channel here, he's been covering this and going over this and stuff, right? He's been covering over also on his live stream as well. And I don't believe anybody there at the time of the video, from what I remember watching, because it's just a short little video that, you know how those things are, right? As something like this happens and someone whips out their camera and starts recording, and it's already kind of into everything that's been going on. So you don't know what happened beforehand. You don't know what happened after. And so you're kind of, we get a small little snippet of what really happened. But to my knowledge, nobody made this about race until this video came out. And then you had people like this guy here that's in the thumbnail. I don't know, the center guy. I don't know what his name. They started calling the woman Karen. There was a lot of creators out there that were black, so, white woman's tears because she started crying. Again, I would, if she just served a 12-hour shift as a nurse on her feet, she's pregnant. I'm sure she's tired. I'm sure she's a little bit emotionally frazzled. I can see, but they just, anyway, they really, 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 just really kind of went in on this woman. Well, here's the problem. She was reported to her employer, right? So her employers, they suspended her while they did an investigation. Well, so then she has to retain an attorney. So the attorney comes forward, and guess what? They had a receipt that showed that she had reserved that bike, that she was the one who had actually paid for it. And then people like this idiot here, this Tizzy dude, whatever, right? He starts making excuses and stuff saying, well, it should have a timestamp on it, and they don't show the timestamp. And by the way, we don't even know when this video was even filmed in reference to, and so he starts jumping through all these hoops and hurdles and everything else to try to, but the thing was, is he was fine with using the video beforehand to direct his audience, right, to contact her place of. That's what I don't like about that guy. He swings his audience to like go after people and go after their employment and everything else. He is a real scuzzbag. And I do not understand how he's allowed. I think his main social media, whatever, is on TikTok. And that's why I kind of stay away from TikTok, because of people like that. Because he's not the only one. There's other ones on there that will swing their audiences, their viewers and stuff, to find out who these people are, and get them fired and everything else. It's just, if you got to shift the goalpost, you're never going to make it. The problem with that, Mark, is this guy. If you go over and look at this guy, like for example, here on his Twitter, right? He's got 516,000 followers, right? If we go and we look at his, where is it at? Where's the TikTok thing? Twitter, there. We go to his TikTok, right? He's got 5.7 million followers on TikTok, right? This guy, see, like he's a bike carrying update. He's just, I'm telling you, this guy is insufferable. This guy 100% consistently swings his audience. Oh, you guys aren't even seeing it. I'm sorry. Let me bring it up here. This guy, he's got 5.7 million followers on his TikTok, right? He's got 516,000 on his Twitter. This guy swings his audience like it's nothing. He goes after these people. I've said to watch a few of his stuff, but he is a horrible person, just for the very reason that he sits there and he swings his audience at people. And gets people fired. People lose their jobs because of him. Now, some of the people that he outs, they're okay. They're horrible people. They're racist, or they're bigoted, or they're homophobic, or whatever, right? But I don't know. I just don't like the dude. What is this here? Oh, okay. So Purple's sending me some stuff on this. Let's take a look at here. Says lawyer for pregnant nurse harassed at New York City bike rental plans to sue media outlets for smearing her and pushing lies about the incident. This fake viral news story last week: a pregnant Manhattan hospital worker accused of taking a city bike from a young black man actually paid the bike, her lawyer says. Social media morons threatened a 6-month pregnant nurse after an out-of-context video of the woman in a heated exchange with a mob surrounding her at a bike docking station went viral last week. The woman was also placed on leave from Bellevue Hospital and is now in hiding. So a woman who is 6 months pregnant did a 12 stint 12-hour stint on her job, gets surrounded by a bunch of men. She feels threatened. She's worried about her baby, and she starts hollering. And she tells him, "Get off me! Get off me! You're hurting my fetus." The distressed pregnant woman shouted as she pushed the man away. Says the video conveniently started recording right before the pregnant woman paid for the bike and unlocked it from the bike station. So anyway, it says this lady tried her best to weaponize her tears, but when she realized it wasn't going to work, she switched it off and acted like nothing happened. This should be criminal. Leftists reportedly doxed and threatened the pregnant woman. On Friday, Justin Marino, the attorney for the pregnant nurse, told Fox News they were planning on suing the mainstream media outlets who lied about the woman and the incident. This guy says justice is coming for the race baiters. She's been called a racist. She's been called a thief. There are reasons defamation lawsuits exist, and we plan to pursue that. Lawyer for pregnant New York City nurse in viral Citibank video is planning on suing the media. Yeah, well, good. I hope they do sue. I hope she gets to where she never has to work again. I hope her child never has to worry about any money going to school or anything like that. That's what I'm saying, toxic. And you got people, like I was talking about, this Tizzy, right, who has this huge following, no problems, goes after his audience and because let me see if I can find this video. And just listen to this guy. You find the video where he's talking about this. Find here. All right, so let's just do this here. So let's just watch some of this crap. I really hadn't planned to get into this, but now I've kind of got my blood pressure up a little bit. So let's listen to. These are some of his reasonings.
Would you like to hear from someone who has seen the receipts? Because Monique is a journalist, and she contacted her attorney directly and requested the receipts, and he provided them. And this is what she had to say about it.
Justin Marino is an employment attorney. His job is to help Sarah Jane Comrie keep her job with NYC Health and Hospitals. He's here to help her keep her job. That said, what he presented to the New York Post were 2 receipts that he also sent to me upon my request. He asked that if he sent me the receipts that I not publish them. So I honored his request. I did not publish the receipts. However, I did look at them. The receipts are inconclusive. You can't tell who rented what. That's first and foremost. There's no information indicating an account or anything about who rented the bike.
Okay. So let's see here what else he has to say. Here we go. Here.
Did an article on this situation, and there were a couple of people who were very excited to send it to me because New York City Hospital Karen paid for a city bike at center of viral video with black man. You know, they sent it with messages like misinformation, and you didn't know the whole story, and you see proof. Some of y'all, it's very clear. Don't read beyond clickbaity titles. Because I read this article, and let's discuss what's in it. So it tells us that she's retained an attorney, and that attorney allegedly provided receipts to the New York Post, proving that she had paid for the bike. Only here's the thing. I'm certain that those receipts have timestamps on them. You know what doesn't have a timestamp on it? The video itself. Like, how do we know that those receipts exactly coincide with this situation as it happened? See, the story was she paid for it on the app, and then.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. First, they had no problem using the video as evidence that this woman was a Karen, that she was racist. White woman's tears were words that they used, things like that, right? And then all of a sudden, they produce these receipts, right? And here's the thing about these receipts, right? When you go look at the receipts actually, receipts actually match up to the serial number on the bike. Okay. I don't know where I don't know where they have it. I don't know if he actually shows it here.
He made a post on Twitter yesterday that every Nazi and troll on Twitter, it seems, either sent me a screenshot of, or tagged me in, or commented on my post with. This tweet: I created this account so individuals can tag me as to defamatory statements / videos made against Miss Comrie. I'm looking for comments labeling Miss Comrie a Karen, a racist, and or a thief. Also, videos referencing a third party doing the foregoing is also actionable. So according to this, gonna sue anyone who made a video calling her one of those three things, including Karen, or any Twitter post, or anyone who retweeted it. So literally millions of people gonna get sued for defamation. And they were very excited. Oh, you're getting sued. You're getting ready to pay. You sure about that?
Well, I'll tell you what, I remember an incident not too long ago where there were some young men who were on a school outing that were labeled things in front of Lincoln Memorial. And I remember some news outlets having to pay quite a big, pretty penny because they were labeling them racist and all these other things. Turns out was farthest from the truth. Just saying. But anyway, whatever. Back to my original thing. Check out Ruin Leon. Like I said, his coverage on this has been really interesting. Because he's been calling out these race baiters and stuff. And the thing about it is if the woman had done things and was doing things because of these, the race of these men, then that's wrong, 100%. She should be held accountable for that. But I don't think just because there's an interaction between people of different races that automatically you start having to labeling them things like, racist or white woman's tears or, Karens and things like that. I think you need to give it some time, right? Let the story develop. Let there be some truth. See what happens, right? And now, like I said, allegedly the attorney has the receipts from the app, I'm sure, that when this all happened and occurred. I'm sure that they will get the metadata from the video, which will, maybe that will alleviate Mr. Tizzy's inquiries onto when that actually happened. Because guess what? The metadata within those videos will show exactly the date and time of when it was recorded. They can match it up to the date and times on those on the apps of the receipts for the bike. And guess what? If it all matches up and she had in fact paid for the bike, then all these news outlets and maybe even, yes, you, sir, Mr. Izzy, could face some legal ramifications because what you did was called slander and defamation. You can be sued for that stuff, right? And if she's out of work and if she's losing work because of this media storm that has surrounded her, she can show lost wages. She can show that there was a loss of monetary, and that's what you have to do when you're suing for defamation. So, JFA, no more internet, no more apps, time to return to the Stone Age. I don't know about all that. Trippy Savage, I don't think Karen is a suitable defamation. Karen probably by itself, you're probably right, Trippy. It's probably not necessarily a suitable thing to sue over defamation. But when you have people that were saying that she did this because she was racist, using things like white woman's tears, things like that, some of the stuff that some of these people have said has been pretty horrific. I'll just be honest with you. So, and I don't know so much if I don't. Again, we don't know all the ins and outs on this, and rather than sit there and just demonize this woman, maybe they wait and let some of the actual stuff materialize. Like I said, they get the metadata out of those videos or the video that was shot. And if it meshes up and it shows that, yeah. Here's the thing. Bottom line, It very well could have just been a misunderstanding. The dude maybe thought that he had rented it when actuality the woman had got it in before him, and he thought he had it. It could very well have just been a misunderstanding. It could have been something as simple as that, but it got blown out of proportion. So anyway, tonight we should be having a show over on Dave's. I don't know exactly start time. I'm going to say probably around somewhere between 7 and 8. Should be a big top Tuesday with Bunny. Don't know for sure what all will be out there to be talked about. But anyway, I appreciate your time this morning, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the topics that we talked about. Some of the stuff was pretty aggravating. Some of it was very frustrating. But hopefully it was also informative, as I try to do. Anyway, remember, guys, keep your powder dry and look for me in the funny papers.